messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar!
I'm not here for your amusement.
So get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which,
Давно?
Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the
Спасибо, что
pond.
сказала спустя неделю.
His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get
У
away.
меня все
We met your
идет.
Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not. Your shitty hands off me!
No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What
Довольно.
the fuck was that?
Ну, сбой, видимо, какой-то
Now
был.
what?
Но это не у нас, это может на стриминговой платформе или еще что.
There's only one thing we can do.
За просмотр? Везет тебе. Потом игру себе купишь, и дропсы у тебя будут. Блин, я немножко отвлекся из-за этого твоих слов о падении стрима и как бы немножко выпал из сюжета. Так что, Настюша, с какой целью ты интересовалась? Ты что-то хочешь, чтобы я какую-то паузу потом сделала или что? Ну объясни мне, чтобы я знала просто, как мне планировать стрим. Тут ответила просто так, и все. Ну, просто. Я знаю, что у тебя просто так ничего не бывает.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
Нет, ты чё, все.
As the gentleman wishes.
Пока Kingdom не пройду полностью, не. Ничего другого
We
не
look
будет.
like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Единственное, что я подумаю, через какое-то время прерваться на паузу. Ну, в смысле, остановить стримчик на какое-то время, чтобы покушать нормально.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Так.
Well, the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Так. Тема мечты, красота. Не важно, как выглядит женщина, главное, важно, как выглядишь ты. Ой, блин. Ясно. Цитата великих людей, полностью согласен.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food! About bloody time.
Блин, мне играть дадут, или я буду все время диалоги читать? Ёлки-палки. Дайте поиграть уже.
Here we are,
Хоть чуть-чуть.
gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Опа, опа, опа.
It's that woman from the pond.
Or the one
Как
you
идет
gave
от
us
бедра.
away for? I tell you.
Не тому, походу, втащила.
She can
Или тому.
vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you.
Блин, модельки не загрузили. Смотрите, какая стрёмная.
That's a picture of. I ain't
Ой,
seen
блин.
you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Я еще от покойника пахну. Я ж покойника переносил. Там корыто.
Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
Тетя, я твой герой.
Don't stand so close.
Health, lads.
Давай говорить уже.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Ясно, меня отшили. Греховодники, а греховодник сказали. Вот так.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
Не смей больше трогать меня руками. А чем? Можно.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do? Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda, and it's him who's getting hitched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
Will Lord von Burgov be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
Where can I find work here?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Truscovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
Так, ну
And
пойдемте
careful
носить.
with them socks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Today's a scorcher.
Там это... Я что-то качнул вроде как. Вот. Так. При продаже оружия, доспехов или одежды, состояние которых близится к идеальному, 98-100%, цена на них будет на 10% выше. Либо, торгуясь, ты получаешь плюс 4 к красноречию, а значит легче договариваешься о более выгодной цене. Но вряд ли мы будем часто добывать доспехи на продажу хорошего качества, да? Поэтому возьмем серебряные уста.
A large beer for me.
Так.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time.
Ага, конечно, полагаешься на него.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Come on. Nobody will recognize you.
Maybe not now, but what about later? People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Oh!
You know, sir, not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Ordinary people have to work their whole lives. So you should be able to manage it too. At least for one day.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
I'd rather forget about that.
you're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labor, it wouldn't be such an offense against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status in that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Ой. Ладно, пошел нафиг. Какашка он.
But you could give me a hand. It wouldn't do you any harm.
Ah, stop whining. You can manage. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
Пищный хитрожоп.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry, such is my nature.
Innkeeper, what's taking so long?
Так, а у него вообще никакого оружия нету? Ну да, он вообще у нас типа безоружный. А где телега с мукой? А, вон.
You're not the fella who's supposed to carry the sacks, are you?
Oof! That isn't half heavy. No.
Here you go.
God grant you health.
А где кладовка? Там же нету ничего. Нет, наверное, сюда.
Just a couple of sacks. Get cracking.
Вот это похоже на кладовку. Но она говорила про вторую дверь. Может, тут где-то? Во! Мне надо магаз найти, продать... продать шмотки лишние.
Here you go.
You know what? I've had enough of your bullets. Sit down and
Этот уже с кем-то там ругается. Наш дружбан. В смысле? Я уже 3 занес. Что за фигня?
Same bandits who attacked Lord von Bergov's men. Why the fuck doesn't anyone believe us?
Maybe because you've got no way of proving it?
We lost everything.
What if you're one of those bandits and you're up to no good? We should kick both of you out just to be on the safe side. You ain't got no proof to back up what you
Там что-то страшненько возбухает.
an ale, as usual.
Ну там явно сейчас драка будет какая-то.
did you say?
Say it again. It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Stop insulting our dead companions.
What dead companions? You think I'm gonna fall for that cock and bull story?
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me, you and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Now you're gonna get it.
Меня сзади где-то бьют или что? Я...
Show your stuff.
You should have fucking stayed out of it. Take that. We'll finish this quickly.
So nicht. Take that fucker out, damn it!
Nice.
Так, двоих уделал.
Slice him up.
О, основной левел качнул.
Enough's enough. Time to die, you bastard.
We're gonna get you, you arson.
Блин, окружили, надо отпрыгивать.
You wanna try?
Готов. Что-то у меня напарник какой-то слабенький. Я вон 4-го врубаю, а он там что никак. Опять весь грязный, мыться придется. Я мешки не наносил.
Grab them vagabonds.
Еще и стражника. Ой, блин.
Bastards!
This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak...
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off.
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious. Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
What? Who started quarrelling with the locals in their tavern? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me? Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Oh, and our little prince knows all about it, doesn't he? You only left your uncle's a week ago. All you've known up to now is a tavern on Rat-Eye Green.
Now you've gone too far. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Обидно, мешки не успел занести.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that...
Otto.
Hey! Go, 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 go!
Oh, shit. Right. Where were we?
А, бог ты мой. Играть-то дадут, или мы будем видео смотреть с диалогами?
What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like.
You
can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Ну все, наши пути разошлись. Каждый сам по себе. Теперь можно играть.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
У нас во время кулачной драки левелап был. Надо глянуть, что там. Чего мы там апнули. Так, преступление и репутация. Каждый ваш поступок имеет последствия. Если вы совершаете преступление, окружающий мир и его жители будут реагировать на них. Что такое преступление? Все то, чего следует избегать доброму крестьянину, считается преступлением. Нельзя убивать невинных, красть, врываться в чужие дома, причинять вред людям или домашним животным и нарушать их покой. Особенно домашних животных. Последствия преступления. Если кто-то застал тебя на месте преступления, он может сообщить о тебе страже или самостоятельно полезть в драку. Впрочем, даже если тебя не поймали с поличным, это не значит, что тебе все сойдет с рук. Люди не глупы и могут догадаться, что преступление твоих рук дело. Сведения о вашей репутации вы найдете в карточке игрока в разделе «Репутация». Репутация влияет на то, как к вам относятся люди. Если вы кому-то нравитесь, этот человек будет тепло приветствовать вас. А торговцы могут даже сделать скидку. Если же вас терпеть не могут, то, может, и разговаривать с вами не станут. Вы можете улучшить свою репутацию, выполняя задания. Ухудшить репутацию можно, совершая преступления и поступая бесчестно. Люди рассказывают друг другу о том, как вы себя ведете. Так что, если вы кому-то поможете или навредите, об этом вскоре узнают и другие в округе. Улучшение репутации. Плохую репутацию всегда можно исправить, купив индульгенцию или совершив покаянное паломничество, в которое вас отправит священник. Беспокойство. Если в округе происходит много преступлений, люди становятся бдительнее, вооружаются, а стражники посылают за подкреплением. Когда обстановка нормализуется, все вернется на круги своя. Тетя, я подойду к тебе, подойду. Ну подожди, сперва я... Вот это что такое? Ага, там наш пес. Там наш лагерь был. Вот тут. Тут травы растут. Тут это бабуля. Окей. Так, игрок. У нас был level up. Ага, 7 уровень, но доступных очков у нас нету. Что у нас с инвентарем? Инвентарь все есть. Все на месте. Только надо приодеться. Так, ну вроде приоделись. Что у нас по времени? Ай-ай. Вот тебе ай-ай. Так, ребята, я прервусь где-то на часик. Через часик продолжим стрим. Будем проходить дальше. Надо покушать. И немножко булки разбять, а то на кресле устали. Все, увидимся через часик. Пока-пока.